Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Thursday episode of the Degenerate Simulators podcast. It feels like it's been an eternity, guys, but we're here. I'm your host Jordan, and we are joined with our co-host Daniel for today.
Hey guys.
Although we haven't had an episode out in quite some time, we have been making plays official. I know the month of March has wrapped up. If you guys have been watching, or if you guys watched our last episode, I was out of town last weekend. I'm not gonna lie, I lost track of a lot of bets. So as far as the monthly recap, I have a rough estimation. Let me see here. Oh, sorry guys. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. I think my memory serves me correctly. We went 26, 34, and 1, down 11 units. Might be some change on that, but somewhere in that ballpark. But
Very
like I
good.
said, a little hard to keep up in my travels. But started out really hot. But sports, Um, but as far as the month of April, we were 3 days in, counting today's episode. We did have two bunches of plays go out on Instagram for each of those 2 days, which I'm going to go into really quick. But if you guys aren't following us on Instagram, check us out at DD Sports Podcast. Links are in the descriptions as well. So for April the 1st, we had UC Irvine plus 1.5, Capitals regulation winner against the Boston Bruins, and Villanova minus 4.5. All of those cleared 3-0. Great start to the month. Moving into yesterday, try to make it a little interesting. Try to play it a little cheap, but we also had two leg parlays that I threw out. One was Avalanche minus 1.5. They're currently down one with a few minutes left in that game, so I think it's safe to say they're not getting that. Um, Hurricanes money line, they got that. Maybe should just played something regarding that as a single, but hindsight is always 2020, I guess. But we also had an NBA parlay. Celtics -8. The Heat destroyed them. They won by like 16 or something. So go Heat, who have actually won 6 in a row. So interesting things going on in Miami. And then we took the Pistons at plus 14.5, I think. That game's still going on. Last I saw, they were down like 20, but we already lost because the Celtics part of that. And then we did throw a little hedge bet in there of Panthers money line at 1.05 units, as it was at minus 105. Sorry, I forgot to specify the parlays for half a unit each. They lost 3-2, so cannot complete the season sweep against Toronto, unfortunately. So yeah, we go up 3 units on our first day. We only lost 2.05 today, so we're still up. Uh, Looking to make some more magic happen, and we're gonna start things off with Daniel.
Hey guys. Hmm. I want to say the Avalanche game is not over yet. Oh, never mind. It is. Chicago just got a power play. So, the point I was about to make was that you can't really count the Avalanche out when they're down 1-0 or by 1 goal against especially a team like Chicago. But the game's essentially over. So, never mind. Anyways, coming in hot, number one pick for me tonight. We are taking Dallas minus 1.5 against the Predators at home. Let me start off by saying the Predators suck, like really bad. They have so much skill, so much experience on that team, but for whatever reason this season it hasn't clicked. I think right now their record is like 26-40. So obviously, not doing too hot. They're 30th on the leaderboards in the NHL. And they are officially out of a playoff spot, unfortunately for them. They did beat Dallas 4-1 in their last matchup, which did take place in Dallas. Um, but at this point in the season, I really don't see, especially like a playoff ready team and a good playoff ready team like the Stars, who've for the last few years have gone pretty far in the playoffs, like really dropping too many games, especially not to teams like the Predators at this point in the season. Right now, they're on a 6-win streak. They're basically just playoff ready. I mean, that's the best way to put it. They're playing like, it's already started. So, yeah. As far as stats go, Dallas beats Nashville in power play percentage, penalty kill, face off, goals for, and goals against per game. Um, Pretty much a no brainer. I mean, the Predators have been pretty much on the bottom of the leaderboard for everything this season. The only thing I can really give them outside of their like experience, I guess, because everyone on that team's fucking old, is their goaltending's pretty solid. Jose Saros, um, at he's got 2.98 goals against average and a .895 with 4 shutouts. On a team like that, on a team that's been losing all season, I mean, he's been a pretty good backstop for them, but I mean, I don't think that's going to be enough to get past the Stars in this. I really don't think it's going to be enough to hold the Stars at bay, especially not when they are preparing to go into the playoffs and make a pretty far run once again. So, yeah, it's really all I got. As far as side bets go, we are going to take Wyatt Johnston over half a goal. Bro's got 5 in his last 5, and Rupe Hintz for over half an assist. Bro's got 7 in his last 5. Now I'm going to swing the rock over to Jordan for some more sports.
Hey guys, so kicking things off in the NBA today. Well, actually, I only have NBA picks. Sorry. First one on the night, though, we are looking at the Grizzlies playing the Heat in Miami. Like I did previously mention, the Heat just pretty much stomped on Boston in TD Garden, which is pretty impressive given the season that they have. They've picked up 6 in a row.
Oh, fuck Boston.
Yeah, fuck those guys. They don't want to see us in June, man. I'll tell you that. But anyways, yeah, the Heat have won 6 in a row. But on the other hand, the Grizzlies have lost 4 in a row. So both teams have a lot to play for, I would say here. Yeah, I would still say the race in the West is still pretty tight. I think the Heat are unfortunately locked in a play-in position. They can't, just secure a playoff spot. But they can definitely move a little higher and not have to play an extra game. But regardless, we're going to turn back the time machine, guys. I believe in late February, maybe early March, we did make a play official for the game total over for Pacers at the Heat. Kind of the same story here. We have a very elite offense, but the Grizzlies cannot play defense for the life of them. They put up 122 points per game. Teams score on them with relative ease. And I think that's kind of the same narrative we're following here. The Heat have been looking incredible. Like I said, they've won 6 in a row, but they've been winning in pretty impressive fashion. I will say this is definitely a step up in teams that they're playing here. Boston wasn't at full strength tonight. They were pretty close, but they were missing some key players. But the Grizzlies are starting to get healthy. I would love to see the Heat win this one, take down their 7th win in a row, which would be awesome. But I do think we are going to see a very high scoring performance. Yes, the Heat do have a pretty decent defense, not like in the elite level of the NBA, like the Thunder or the Magic. In terms of stats, I still think the Magic are overrated, but that's a conversation for another day. But yeah, I think it's going to be a very offensive heavy game. When we took that Heat Pacers bet, that went way over. We had like 6 minutes to spare in that game. And the game line is only 227.5, which is pretty low, given how much Memphis can score, and given how much the Heat are improving. And the Heat did miss. They also did miss some key contributors like Andrew Wiggins and Duncan Robinson, just to name a few. But they are looking like they are going to make the return tomorrow. So hopefully they're well rested, they're ready to go, and they're just scoring points on this very bad Memphis defense. So high offense game. I'm going game total over 227.5 points for 1.1 units. To wrap things up for the night, I do have a player prop. We're looking at the Bucks at the Philadelphia 76ers. I think I might have wrote that backwards. I think it is in Milwaukee. Let me just double check that really quick. I don't want to spread misinformation online, guys. Hold on. No, it is in Philly. Yeah, why'd I doubt myself? So browsing a player prop market here. Initially, I wanted to look at this game because I wanted to pick a Bucks player to put a bet on because Damian Lillard is out, so they've been having some problems. But in terms of the game itself, the Bucks do need a win really bad. They've only picked up 1 out of the last 5 games and 4 and 6 in the last 10. But it's not even close to what Philly's been doing. They've lost their last 9 games. Player that I found though, I use this website called Betting Pros. Pretty cool website. A lot of prop analysis, things like that. They actually have a whole cheat sheet for player prop bets, and they give you like projected odds, things like that. So that's what I'm looking at here. I recommend you check them out for sure. But interesting play that they found here. Gershon I always mess up his last name. I think it's Yabusele. Balled out in the Olympics, that guy. Um, but they have his player prop projection for points, assists, rebounds at 16.3. But the line we're getting on Hard Rock is 20.5. So, we're almost seeing a 4.5 point difference there. As far as how they calculate the projections, wouldn't really tell you. Assuming it has to do with like how many points the Bucks gave up to that position, things like that. But yeah, always, when you can get a decent projection, always good to look into. And Betting Pros actually does host a sports betting podcast that I listen to quite frequently. You should also check them out. Pretty cool. But this is a 5-star play on the day. If you guys listen to that podcast, they did a prop bet of the day that was always a 5-star pick, and they went on some like crazy run. They won like 14, 15 straight days of these picks. So I'm following the system here. There are some other numbers though. When it comes to this line, Gershon has gone over this 37 times, but he's also gone under 31. But the thing I've noticed is he's pretty streaky with these numbers, as one might assume, given how close to 50% those win losses are. He did hit this 4 games in a row, but then he went way under against Miami. I think he got 8 or 9. So I'm hoping that trend continues. Like I said, he kind of does. He hits this over kind of in a streak fashion, and then he also goes under for a few games following that. So to wrap things up for the night, I am taking under 20.5 points, assist, rebounds for Gershon Yabusele. And Daniel, if there's anything you'd like to add, go ahead. I'm gonna open the door for the dog because she's freaking out.
The Colorado Avalanche are making me freak out right now. That's about it. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Martin Necas, Cale Makar, and Nathan MacKinnon all shot on goal in the span of about 20 seconds. Oh my god. The fucking Avalanche just scored, baby.
Oh my god.
Let's fucking go. Rock Nelson. Oh, you old bastard. What a legend, dude.
Too bad we took the -1.5, and that can't happen anymore.
No, it can't, but it's okay. They will go to overtime, and then Nathan MacKinnon will score, and hopefully the Canucks pull through, and my parlay is saved. But oh, actually, they just gave it to Martin Necas. Okay, but yeah, that's really about it. Go Avs, go Nathan MacKinnon.
Facts. Whatever, guys. That's gonna do it for us tonight. Just to recap, Dallas -1.5 for 1.1 units. Heat Grizzlies game total over 227.5 for another 1.1 units. And Gershon Yabusele, however you say it, Lakers in 5. Under 20.5 points, assists, rebounds for 1.2 units, which gives us 3.4 units in play for the day. And that's going to do it for us tonight, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Shout out.